You wake up with a fever. The toothbrush tastes metallic. Your ear is hot, and the suitcase sits by the door with a boarding pass on top. The taxi is booked. The check-in email glows on your phone, and the smell of antiseptic from the bathroom is mixing with travel-size shampoo on the counter. You know you can't board a plane that would make you sicker or risk infecting others, and you're staring at one question. Can I get my money back?
If your flight happens to be canceled or delayed, Compensair will help you get compensation for the inconvenience and get your money back without wasting time on red tape. Get a refund for your canceled flight right
I've seen this exact panic in airport lines, in urgent care waiting rooms, and on customer service calls. The good news is there are legal ways to recover at least some, or sometimes all, of what you paid. But timing, evidence, and the right channel matter. Start at home before you call the airline. Document everything right away. Take a dated photo of your boarding pass, reservation email, and the exact fare rules displayed on your booking confirmation. If you're ill, get a medical record, a dated doctor's note, urgent care intake form, prescription, or a hospital discharge sheet that names you, states the date, and says you were unfit to travel. If you must go to an emergency room, ask for a copy of the visit record. If you used telemedicine, save the consultation email and any digital note. Each item is proof. Airlines and insurers want to see objective, dated documentation, not a message saying you felt bad. Also, write down times, when you first noticed symptoms, when you called the airline, and the name of any agent you spoke with. Next, the order of contact. Call the airline first, then your travel agent or booking site, then your insurer or credit card company if you bought protection. Use the airline phone number on your ticket or the official website, not a marketing email or a third-party chat that hides policy language. Explain calmly that illness prevented travel and you're requesting a refund or medical waiver. Ask for the exact policy or waiver code they are applying and the email address to send medical proof to. If they offer a voucher, ask specifically whether you can get a cash refund instead and what the criteria are. Record the agent's name, time, and the reference number. If the airline refuses on the phone, follow up immediately with an email attaching the doctor's note and a brief timeline. Concise, factual, and polite wins more often than angry emails. Why do airlines treat illness differently from airline cancellations? Think of your ticket like a concert seat. When you buy a seat, that specific space is held for you and the promoter expects a sale. If you don't show up because you overslept, the seat is gone. But if a medical emergency happens, it's like the venue rescheduling the act for health reasons. Promoters sometimes have mercy when shown a doctor's note. Airlines set strict fare rules to manage inventory and revenue. Refunds cost them money when seats could have been resold. The goal of documentation is to show your absence was an unforeseeable, verifiable emergency, not a buyer's remorse. What can you realistically expect? Here's a practical cost and risk guide. Fully refundable fares always return the full purchase price minus any ancillary fees, baggage, seat selection, within about 7-14 business days. Non-refundable fares are at the highest risk. You may lose 100% of the base fare unless the airline grants a medical exception. Many airlines will issue a travel credit or voucher equal to the ticket value, often valid 12-24 months. The voucher is usually worth face value, but may be subject to change fees on rerouting. If you have travel insurance with trip cancellation for sickness, typical reimbursable ranges are 50 to 100% of non-refundable costs after you supply proof.
Policies often have a deductible, commonly $100, $200, and caps. Cancellation fees charged by airlines when they do allow refunds commonly range from $0 to $300 per passenger, depending on ticket class and carrier. Worst case: no documentation, no insurance, and a strict non-refundable fare can mean losing the entire trip cost. Cheapest, safest route. Buy time and proof. Step 1. Don't ignore timelines. File for a refund or reimbursement within the airline's window. Some require claims within 24-72 hours, others accept later, but sooner is better. Step 2. Get a dated, signed medical statement. A nurse-stamped urgent care slip, a hospital discharge note, or a telemedicine record works. The key fields are your name, the date, and a clear statement that you are unfit to travel. Step 3. Submit that proof using the airline's official online refund form or the booking agent's portal, and include the reservation code and the agent reference if you already called. Step 4. If you have travel insurance, file simultaneously with your insurer. Insurers will want the same medical proof plus receipts and proof of the ticket purchase. Step 5. If the airline refuses, use a credit card chargeback only if the carrier explicitly promised a refund and then failed to issue it after you provided proof. Banks need evidence you tried to resolve it first. Many useful links can be found in the description. A few specific scripts and lines that actually work on customer service calls. My booking reference is X. I missed my flight due to a verified medical emergency on date. I can send a medical certificate now. Please advise the code or department for medical refunds and the email I should use. If they offer a voucher, say, "Thank you. I'd prefer a refund to my original form of payment. Under your medical exception policy, am I eligible for a cash refund or only travel credit?" If the agent says policy doesn't allow refunds, ask to speak with a supervisor and reference the airline's written waiver policy if one exists. Keep all conversations short and factual. Copy/paste the agent's responses into an email to yourself to create a record. How travel insurance and credit cards fit in. Trip cancellation coverage that includes sickness is often the fastest path to reimbursement for non-refundable tickets. Read the policy. Look for covered reasons and medical documentation required. Some travel insurance policies require that the illness be sudden and unexpected and not a pre-existing condition unless you purchased a waiver. If you paid with a premium credit card, check your card's travel protections. Many cards offer automatic trip cancellation/interruption benefits that will reimburse you after you submit medical proof and receipts. The downside: insurers and cards can take 30-90 days to pay, and they often subtract deductibles or apply coverage limits. Hidden fees and misleading claims to watch for. Booking sites sometimes list free cancellation, but only within a short 24-hour window. After that, they sell non-refundable inventory and advertise refundable without showing the medical exemption fine print. Airlines advertise flexible tickets, but that may mean free date changes only, not refunds for illness. Another common trick? The agent offers a travel voucher, but buries the language that vouchers are non-transferable and have expiration or reissue fees. How to refuse or push back. Ask for the specific policy paragraph or code. Request the legal or policy URL, and tell the agent you will be filing a written claim and, if necessary, a complaint with Consumer Protection if the airline's publicly posted policy supports a refund. If the booking site is the seller of record, they must follow their own terms and escalate to the site's customer resolution team. A real example that happens all the time. I had a friend who paid $540 for a non-refundable domestic ticket and called the airline the same morning she developed a high fever.
She got a telemedicine note within an hour and emailed it. The airline's medical review team granted a full refund to her original card within 3 weeks after review. Contrast that with someone who skipped the doctor and only said they felt bad on a phone call. That person was offered a voucher only. Documentation made a $700 difference.
If the airline denies a medical refund after you submit proof, next steps: 1. File a formal written claim via the airline's claims portal. 2. File a complaint with your National Consumer Protection Agency. In the US, the DOT's Aviation Consumer Protection Division. In the EU, the National Enforcement Body for Air Passenger Rights. 3. If you paid by credit card, consider a chargeback at your bank after documenting your attempts to resolve. Be realistic. Chargebacks are time-limited, and banks require evidence of attempts to settle directly with the airline. Timing and expectations for refunds vary. Expect refunds to the original card in 7-30 days for straightforward cases. Medical exceptions that require manual review take longer. 30-90 days is common. Travel insurance claims can take 30-90 days as well. If you get a voucher, check the expiry and any blackout dates. Keep all receipts and correspondence until your matter is fully closed. You may need them later for insurer appeals or a bank dispute. One final practical checklist you can use right now. 1. Photograph your documents and reservation screen immediately. 2. Get an official medical note or slip with date and statement of unfit to travel. 3. Call the airline and request the medical waiver or refund department. Take the agent's name and reference. 4. Upload the medical proof via the airline's official claim portal and email the same to the airline's claims address. 5. File with travel insurance and your card issuer if applicable. 6. If refused, escalate in writing and consider a consumer protection complaint or chargeback. You don't need to be confrontational to be effective. Be prepared, polite, and persistent. Airlines manage hundreds of claims a day. Clear evidence and the right format often get faster results than anger. If you want, use the exact email template from the description to attach your medical proof. It names the fields agents want and speeds processing. If this helped, please subscribe and like so I can keep sharing practical, trusted travel advice. Safe recovery and safe travels next time.